we are here today to dedicate this site to a purpose that I think not only is consistent and noble to the cause of which it was originally founded, but also, of course, really begins to speak about the future of this site going forward and the need to look at collaborative ways to achieve the vision that we have within this community. And that really is the sense of theme here today. It's a collaboration with our elected officials, with the leadership of this community, the business community, along with the variety of academic institutions that we are so blessed to have in the region, public and private. And I want to thank all of them for being here today. Welcome to SUNY Upstate Medical University's newest campus. I said this last year when we were here to first transfer this property to SUNY Upstate, along with a partnership that we have with SUNY ESF. Certainly all of our business colleagues, as I mentioned, Bristol Myers Squibb, NASA has been involved, and others, and I know we'll hear about this. I also want to welcome here today the chairman of the Board of Trustees of SUNY, Mr. Carl Hayden. Carl? We're here today to celebrate what I believe is the new catalyst for the new economy. This area, what it embodies, the ability for us to come together in this biotech center for Central New York really speaks to what is going to be needed for us to make and change what has often been a trend, a downward trend, as one looks at the Rust Belt of Central New York going forward, that we can develop an opportunity for economic renewal, revival, that new economy, and the way to do business just a little bit differently than we have in the past. I'm going to introduce him in just a moment, but part of that vision, I believe, and the credit to it, really goes to Dr. Neil Murphy. He is an individual that certainly understood that well in the private sector, carries that transformative thinking forward in his leadership role as president of SUNY ESF, and is a guiding light as we looked at opportunities to build that vision of the Central New York Biotech Center, a place where you have the interface between higher education and the business community, an incubator, place where we can invite jobs and creation into one site. And no better place to do that than here, I believe, than Kennedy Square. This is a renewal of this community. It is situated in a very pivotal area. It is also consistent, I believe, with the vision of Syracuse University and Chancellor Nancy Cantor as she looks at the connective corridor. I like to think about the term alignment, and there's an incredible amount of alignment as one is standing here today. But we're also going to reflect for a moment just on the history of this site and a little bit of the history that intertwines with Upstate Medical University, because we can't forget the past. We need to celebrate it and we need to learn from it. This ward, the individuals that lived here, birthed here, died here, really created an incredible heritage that we must respect and celebrate. And we're going to do that today in a very special way. Also for us, there's an interconnectivity with some individuals that are important to the history of SUNY Upstate Medical University. I'm referring to Dr. Sarah Logan. Dr. Logan, I think as most of you know, along with Elizabeth Blackwell, Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell, were first of the two of many women that followed a tradition of leadership like Dr. Zimfer in the area of medicine and higher education. In the case of Sarah Logan, one of the first African-American women to graduate from an American medical college, at that time Geneva Medical College. Her father, I think as many of you know, was, in fact, it is believed that Sarah walked these streets in this very area. For her father was an abolitionist. And it was in this area and also connected to the Underground Railroad that one begins the history and a celebration of what this area meant to not only Central New York, but an entire nation, really of hope. And what we're here to talk about today is ongoing hope. It is not, of course, to perseverate in the past of what's gone on or what we need to do or certainly the difficult economic times. It's about us making a difference, and even in these difficult times, creating a pathway out for this new economy.